Hi, this is Warren from frontendaudio.com, and today we're talking about the Great River Electronics NV series microphone preamplifier and DI. This is the ME-1NV. There's also the MP2NV 2-channel version, as well as the 500NV available. The NV series has a total of 70 dB of available gain. We've got 60 dB available in stepped increments of 5 dB at a time. And we've got plus or minus 10 on this output stage here as well. The center position is the calibrated unity gain. We've also got polarity switching as well as phantom power. And we've got impedance selection available between 300 and 1200 ohms, which can help to match better with ribbon mics, and it can also give a little brighter sound when switched in also. And the loading option switches a resistor across the output, which lowers the resistance to 600 ohms for matching to older equipment, but again, it can change the sound and give you some more tonal variety there. Turning the unit around, we can see that we've got our XLR mic in and balanced output. We've also got a minus 10 output that can be fed to a mixer, to your, whatever your monitoring situation is, for no latency monitoring. So you've got a split on your send out of here as well. So that's really cool as far as latency issues with computer-based recording. We've also got an insert which takes between the input amplifier and the output amplifier. So if we want to put an EQ or a compressor in there before the output section, we can do it. One other interesting feature of the NV series is the fact that the instrument input on the face of the unit is actually running through the input transformer, which is rare for units like this. So again, you've got more choices tonally with that as well, where you could sort of push that input transformer some if you like before dealing with the makeup stages afterwards. I find that the NV series has extreme depth to it. It's got a huge low end. We were cutting some bass tracks here recently and switching between DIs, and we switched to the Great River, and I kid you not, a little bit of the drop ceiling crumbled. It was pretty hilarious, but it was a real attribute to the low-end response of this unit. It's very beefy, and it's very accented in that range. It's using Souter transformers. They're kind of known for that sound anyhow. Electric guitars, it has a nice forward mid-range to it, and a presence peak going on to it as well. The interesting thing also, though, is the fact that you can really run this thing pretty clean into a lot of character. You can crank that output section and use just a little bit of the input staging for a cleaner sound. Or you can turn this down and you can really crank that input section and saturate the amplifier and the transformers. It sounds strange to say this, but it can almost work like a compressor in that it does narrow the dynamic range. You can take a snare drum, for example, and just make it look like a haircut when you look at the waveform, but you hear it. It has this driven, almost gravelly kind of sound. It's very old school and very recognizable, but you really can saturate this thing nicely before clipping. And speaking of that, you've also got full metering, input and output. So gain staging on the NV is easier than most pre's on the market. I love these meters. They work very, very well and can keep you from clipping, but can also show you where you're driving that input and maybe not the output so hard, or vice versa. So lots of staging possibilities, and it's telling you what's going on input to output the entire time. I find the NV series to be one of the versatile mic pre's on the planet. Really good stuff. For more information on the NV series from Great River and for all your pro audio needs, check us out online at frontendaudio.com. Thanks.